Coal Vise project update. I'm going to do a skip test with a file on the old pin that originally held the two halves of the vise together. I cut that pin off, or ground one end off and drove it out because getting inside here was nigh on impossible to get all the grease and junk out of there. So I'm using a mill bastard file, and if the file skips off, it tells me that's a hardened pin. If the file bites, it just means it's regular old mild steel. So let's give it a shot here. Oh, that file is grabbing and taking material off. So that is just a soft, regular old, the lighting's horrible, regular old mild steel pin. So I'm going to dig into my hoard, and I think I got another old 1/2-inch bolt, and I'll just cut that off, and yeah, we'll use that for a pin. She exists. She really does. This is Nancy of the Hacienda del Nancy. Well, she hates being filmed, but hey, I told her I'd get back at her for yelling at me for talking to myself on a previous video. So anyway, pin. I cut off a 1/2-inch diameter bolt. Boy, I got skylights up there and they kind of foul up the filming once in a while. So let me get over here. I cut this off to length, measured off the old pin and added 1/8 of an inch. I mushroomed one end here. And so what I'll do is I'll drive it in here all the way through, and then I will mushroom the other end. And that'll get this vise pin back together, and that'll be the hinge pin, and away we go. I've got the pin driven through the two halves, and I've got it braced up here on my workbench. I got a wood shim over here so this doesn't rock. I've got the back side of the pin resting on a chunk of 3/8 thick steel, so I'm not hammering on any cast iron. Any force that I drive here is going to go against the opposite end of the pin here, which I've already mushroomed. And this is only sticking up just a little less than 1/8 of an inch. In the old days, I'd just go at it with the ball peen hammer, but eyesight, steady of hand, not so good at almost 65 years old. I don't want to hit this cast iron vise and bust it. So I'm just going to use a punch, and I'm going to go around the edges and just mushroom this. And this is a mild steel pin, so it should mushroom fairly well. So noise alert. I'm going to put on some hearing protection. These are a must, along with any eye protection, lung protection. Wear it all, trust me. 35 years in the ship repair industry and private construction, another 5 years. Too many hazards. You only got one set of lungs, one set of eyes, one set of ears. Take care of them. Okay, that's mushroomed over fairly well. This one's mushroomed over fairly well. I did nick some paint there. That's all right. That'll touch up. So yeah, and it's just got enough play in it that the vise opens and closes freely. So good enough. Okay. So we've got that back together. I've got to pick up some bronze brazing rod, and I guess that'll be the next step in fixing this vise, is brazing up the cracked anvil portion of it. So, yeah. Also, on a channel note, my wife is coming up with a logo design, and I intend on making some stickers. She's an artist, so she's a lot better at that kind of stuff than I am. And also, I've crossed over 250 subscribers, so I'm thinking about working on a giveaway for when I hit 500 subscribers. So I'll be thinking about that and working on the logo design for stickers. And yeah, so there's some things in the works. Also, stay tuned for video on the Hercules. I'm working on the Magneto. So there'll be a video out on that shortly. So thanks for hanging out with me in the shop. And yeah, and you got to see the boss too. She hates being filmed, but I finally got her. Take care, everybody. We will see you soon.